In the bustling, chaotic rhythm of modern life, our minds often feel like stormy seas, constantly churned by overthinking. We replay past mistakes, fret over future uncertainties, and find ourselves trapped in an endless loop of mental exhaustion. It is in this state that the teachings of mindfulness, derived from Buddhist philosophy, offer a profound escape, not through avoidance, but through understanding and immersion in the present moment. To illustrate this, let us begin with a story of transformation that unfolds in a remote monastery nestled in the heart of ancient China. The monastery was home to 500 monks, all diligently practicing self-awareness under the guidance of their master. Among them was a young seeker, a man burdened by the weight of unanswered questions about life and truth. When he arrived, he declared, "Master, I want to know myself. I seek the truth." The master, a figure of serene wisdom, replied, "If you truly wish to know the truth, you must be willing to stake your entire life on this journey. There are no guarantees you will find it in this lifetime. Are you ready for that?" The disciple's answer was unwavering. "Yes, Master, I am ready." With this commitment, the master assigned him a seemingly mundane task: grinding rice for the monastery's 500 residents. The disciple was to devote himself entirely to this activity from morning until night, sleeping in the same room as his work and refraining from other pursuits. Though this task appeared monotonous, it became the gateway to a deeper understanding of mindfulness. Initially, the young man struggled. Memories and regrets from his past resurfaced, haunting his mind. Yet, as he continued grinding rice, day after day, something extraordinary began to happen. The constant noise of his thoughts started to fade. His mind, which had been a chaotic storm, grew calmer with each passing moment of focused work. Over time, he even forgot his name, becoming entirely absorbed in his task. This transformation exemplifies the essence of mindfulness: total immersion in the present moment, without distraction or judgment. Years passed, and the monastery's master announced that his time was nearing an end. He invited disciples to share their understanding of self-realization by writing a few lines on his wall. Many participated, including a senior monk who crafted an eloquent passage about clearing the mind's dust through meditation. However, the master dismissed these lines as bookish nonsense. Unexpectedly, the young man, now known as the rice grinder, was encouraged to contribute. With humility, he shared a profound insight: the mind is just an illusion. Neither is there a mind, nor is there any mirror of the mind. When there is no mind, where will the dust settle? The one who understands this knows the truth. These words resonated deeply with the master, who recognized in the rice grinder a true successor. This story teaches us that enlightenment is not achieved through intellectual cleverness, but through profound simplicity and presence. Overthinking, the modern plague. Overthinking is an ailment of our age, rooted in our inability to stay grounded in the present. Like the rice grinder before his transformation, we dwell excessively on past mistakes or future anxieties, creating an endless loop of stress and dissatisfaction. But why do we overthink? One reason is the fear of uncertainty. Modern life bombards us with choices and responsibilities, from career decisions to personal relationships. This abundance of options can lead to analysis paralysis, where we obsessively evaluate every possible outcome without taking action. Additionally, societal pressures, the expectation to achieve, to excel, to compare ourselves with others, further fuel this mental storm. Another culprit is our lack of mindfulness. In the digital age, distractions abound. Social media, emails, and constant notifications pull our attention in countless directions, leaving little room for self-reflection. As a result, we lose touch with our inner selves, allowing negative thoughts to dominate. Practical steps to overcome overthinking. Buddhist philosophy offers practical wisdom for breaking free from this cycle. The rice grinder's journey teaches us that mindfulness can be cultivated through deliberate practice. Here are some steps to get started. First, live in the present moment. This may sound cliched, but its impact is profound. Consider this. When was the last time you truly focused on the task at hand, without distractions? Whether washing dishes or walking in nature, immerse yourself fully in the experience. Let go of judgments and simply observe your surroundings, your breath, and your sensations. Second, challenge your thoughts. Overthinking often stems from distorted beliefs, such as catastrophizing, expecting the worst, or personalizing, blaming yourself for everything. When negative thoughts arise, question their validity. Are they based on facts or assumptions? By reframing these thoughts, you can reduce their power over you. Third, practice meditation. While the rice grinders' meditation occurred through labor, traditional meditation involves sitting quietly and focusing on the breath or a mantra. This practice trains the mind to stay anchored in the present, gradually diminishing the hold of overthinking. A modern parallel, the lockbreaker's lesson. The story of the rice grinder finds a modern parallel in the tale of a skilled lockbreaker. Renowned for his expertise, he was challenged to escape from a locked box submerged in water. Despite his confidence, he struggled to open the lock, eventually pressing the emergency button in defeat. When the box was retrieved, it was discovered that it had never been locked. This story highlights the dangers of overthinking. In his panic, the lockbreaker overlooked the simplest solution, pushing the box open. Similarly, we often complicate problems unnecessarily, driven by fear and doubt. The lesson is clear. Simplicity and calmness can reveal solutions that elude a cluttered mind. The transformative power of stories. Stories like these not only entertain but also illuminate timeless truths about the human condition. They resonate with us because they reflect our struggles and aspirations. For example, consider the tale of the blue stone, where a poor man learns that his worth is not defined by others' opinions, but by his own belief in his value. Or the story of the eagle raised among chickens, which inspires us to rise above limiting beliefs and recognize our true potential. Such narratives remind us that change is possible, even for those deeply entrenched in overthinking. By internalizing these lessons, we can begin to see our own lives through a new lens, one of self-awareness and possibility. A personal invitation. As you embark on this journey of mindfulness and self-discovery, remember that transformation is a gradual process. It requires patience, persistence, and compassion for yourself. If you find value in these stories and teachings, consider sharing them with others who may benefit. And if you seek more insights into applying Buddhist wisdom to everyday life, subscribe to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life. Together, we can explore the path to inner peace and fulfillment. This concludes the first section of our exploration into overcoming overthinking and cultivating mindfulness. In the next part, we will delve deeper into practical techniques, real-life applications, and additional stories to inspire and guide you on this transformative journey. As we journey deeper into the realms of mindfulness and the art of overcoming overthinking, it is crucial to understand that transformation often comes from integrating ancient wisdom with modern challenges. The stories shared earlier provide a foundation, but their true power lies in how we adapt and apply their lessons to the complexities of our current lives. Consider this. How often do we get caught in the trap of perfectionism? The relentless pursuit of doing things right can become an overwhelming burden, much like the lockbreaker who overanalyzed his situation. To break free, we must cultivate not only mindfulness but also self-compassion. These two qualities go hand in hand, forming the bedrock of a peaceful mind. The role of self-compassion in mindfulness. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a dear friend. It means acknowledging our struggles without judgment and recognizing that imperfection is part of being human. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that suffering arises from clinging to ideals, expectations, or even self-images that do not serve us. By letting go, we free ourselves to embrace our authentic selves. Imagine a woman named May, a diligent professional who constantly berates herself for small mistakes at work. Each evening, she replays her perceived errors, convincing herself that she is inadequate. But one day, May stumbles upon a guided meditation focused on self-compassion. Through this practice, she learns to observe her inner critic without attaching to its harsh words. Slowly, May begins to replace self-criticism with affirmations of worth and resilience. Over time, her overthinking diminishes, and she finds a newfound sense of peace. Practical tools for cultivating mindfulness and self-compassion. To build on the insights shared in the first part, let's explore additional techniques that can help us quiet the mind and nurture self-compassion. Start with journaling. Writing down your thoughts and emotions can serve as a release valve for mental tension. Unlike the fleeting nature of internal dialogue, journaling allows you to examine your concerns from a more detached perspective. For example, a simple gratitude journal can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Each evening, jot down 3 things you are grateful for. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to notice positivity, reducing the tendency to overthink. Another powerful tool is mindful movement. Activities like yoga or Tai Chi combine physical motion with intentional breathing, grounding you in the present moment. These practices also teach us to listen to our bodies, an often overlooked aspect of mindfulness. As the rice grinder monk discovered, even seemingly mundane tasks can become meditative when approached with full presence. The modern mind's struggle with overstimulation. In today's hyper-connected world, overstimulation poses a significant challenge to mindfulness. Social media, emails, and endless notifications fragment our attention, pulling us away from the present. The result is not only overthinking but also a diminished ability to engage deeply with any single task. Consider implementing a digital detox. Set aside specific times each day to unplug from technology. During these moments, redirect your attention to activities that nurture your soul. Reading a physical book, walking in nature, or simply sitting in silence. This intentional disconnection helps reset your mental state and fosters clarity. The story of the silent river. To illustrate the transformative power of stillness, let's reflect on a story from Buddhist tradition. There was once a small village beside a river known for its swift, restless currents. Despite its vitality, the villagers struggled to fish or navigate its waters. One day, a wise monk arrived and observed the river in silence. After several hours, he said, "The river is like the human mind. Its restlessness prevents it from revealing its depth. But when the water is still, it becomes clear, and you can see all the way to the bottom." Inspired by his words, the villagers constructed a dam, creating a calm reservoir where life flourished. In the same way, when we still our minds through mindfulness practices, we uncover a deeper understanding of ourselves and our surroundings. Embracing the journey. Transformation is not a destination but a continuous process. Like the rice grinder monk, we must commit to the path, even when progress feels slow or uncertain. Remember that every small step, whether it's a moment of focused breathing, an act of kindness, or a pause to savor life's beauty, contributes to our growth. If you found these insights meaningful, consider sharing them with someone who might benefit. And for more stories and practical wisdom, subscribe to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life. Together, we can navigate the challenges of modern existence with grace and mindfulness. This concludes the second section of our exploration into overcoming overthinking. In the final part, we will delve into the art of applying these teachings to specific life scenarios, offering actionable guidance and inspiring stories to bring the journey full circle. As we arrive at the final stretch of this exploration, it is time to move from understanding mindfulness to applying it in the everyday struggles that define our lives. The teachings and stories we've encountered so far serve as stepping stones, but their true value lies in how we use them to navigate specific challenges, whether in relationships, work, or personal growth. Overthinking in relationships. Finding balance through mindfulness. Relationships, while a source of joy, can also become fertile ground for overthinking. We dwell on every word, every gesture, replaying conversations and interpreting silences. These mental spirals often stem from insecurity or the fear of misunderstanding. To address this, mindfulness teaches us to approach relationships with presence and acceptance. Consider a couple, Alex and Jamie, who frequently argue over small misunderstandings. Alex tends to ruminate over Jamie's comments, assuming the worst intentions. Jamie, in turn, grows defensive, creating a cycle of conflict. By incorporating mindful listening, Alex learns to focus on Jamie's words without jumping to conclusions, while Jamie practices responding with calm and clarity. Over time, their relationship transforms as mutual understanding replaces assumptions. Mindfulness in relationships also involves recognizing and appreciating the present moment. Rather than worrying about where the relationship is headed, take time to savor the shared experiences. Whether it's a quiet evening at home or a walk in the park, mindfulness enriches these moments, fostering deeper connections. Applying mindfulness to work and productivity. The workplace is another arena where overthinking thrives. Deadlines, performance reviews, and office politics can leave us mentally drained. Here, mindfulness offers a toolkit for staying focused and resilient. Start by prioritizing tasks. Overthinking often arises from feeling overwhelmed, so break your workload into manageable steps. As you complete each task, pause to acknowledge your progress before moving to the next. This practice not only reduces stress, but also boosts efficiency. Another powerful technique is mindful communication. During meetings or discussions, practice active listening. Rather than planning your response while the other person is speaking, focus entirely on their words. This approach not only enhances understanding, but also builds trust among colleagues. Real-life inspiration. The Stonecutter's Journey. A story from Zen tradition illustrates the transformative power of persistence and mindfulness. A stonecutter, disheartened by his lack of progress, watches as a mighty boulder splits after a single blow. Yet, he knows it wasn't the final strike that broke the rock, but the hundreds of strikes before it. This tale reminds us that mindfulness, like the stonecutter's persistence, is a practice that yields results over time. Each moment of presence, each effort to quiet the mind, contributes to lasting transformation, even if the results aren't immediately visible. The ultimate lesson: embracing impermanence. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes impermanence as a cornerstone of mindfulness. Everything, from our thoughts and emotions to our relationships and achievements, is transient. By embracing this truth, we can let go of attachments that fuel overthinking and anxiety. Consider a young artist, Mia, who pours her heart into her work but struggles with self-doubt whenever she faces criticism. Through mindfulness, Mia learns to view each critique as a fleeting moment rather than a definitive judgment. She begins to create for the joy of the process, not for external validation. This shift liberates her from overthinking and rekindles her passion for art. As we conclude this journey, let us revisit the lessons we've uncovered. Overthinking is not an insurmountable obstacle, but a habit that can be reshaped through mindfulness, self-compassion, and presence. Whether you're navigating relationships, pursuing professional goals, or seeking personal fulfillment, the principles of mindfulness offer a path to inner peace. Take a moment now to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where overthinking holds you back? Commit to applying 1 or 2 mindfulness practices, perhaps journaling, mindful breathing, or simply pausing to appreciate the present moment. These small steps can lead to profound change. Finally, if you found inspiration in these teachings, share them with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Buddhism in Modern Life, where we continue to explore practical ways to integrate Buddhist wisdom into everyday living. Together, let's build a community of mindfulness and growth.